Hello, users, and welcome back to another episodic installation of Path of the Mother Hecking Exiles. The music here is Mega Man X8, the worst Mega Man X game, but it has some of the best music. This is the song entitled Gateway. It plays during the boss rush. And yeah, so I'm continuing my drunken escapades. This is still, I believe, night 4 of Harvest League's antics. Glad to be here. Glad to fucking be here. So I'm gonna go take down Kitava now. Finish out Act 5, which is part 1. And that's pretty cool. I'm glad that, this is going pretty well. I'm glad that, this game is going pretty quickly. I don't remember playing it. Like, I don't even know how I got this far, but hey, I'm here, so. I'm drinking my last drink. So, yeah. I'm drinking my last drink. And so, I don't know how many more of these videos I'm going to do tonight. I want to do up until 80, but, we'll see. I don't know what to talk about. Usually, again, these videos, if you watched any of them by now, you'll know that the... Holy shit, man, I picked a really bad fucking version of this song. Oh my god, holy fuck, come on, man. This version of the song I brought up on YouTube sucks cock. Hold up. Fuck. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, I picked up fucking bullshit. Alright. Alright, this one should work. Anyway. But yes, welcome back. If you've watched any of these videos, you'll know I just kind of ramble until I find a subject, and then I'll talk about it, and then I'll write it down as the title. I finished my protein bar. After 3 videos, I finished my protein bar, so I'm glad to eat dinner. I guess maybe I'll talk about in this video my current diet situation. I like providing updates to that. It's been great, honestly. I say this a lot, but I've never felt better. And every single time I say this, it's like, compending. It's like, a month ago I never felt better, and then now I've never felt better, even compared to a month ago. So it's like, damn, son, right? And I feel really good. I feel really positive. I feel really healthy. I've done a lot of exercise. I'm really trying to work on my body. My main goal when it comes to diet and exercise is I want to be extremely hot. I feel that my genetics, they're pretty good. I feel like I can be either a supermodel. My goal is being a hypermodel. But I can be one of those things relatively easily. All I need to do is actually just, diet and exercise. That's it. I've got the genes. I definitely think I've got the genes for it. To be a hot-ass bitch. And that's the goal. So I'm not going to stop until I get there. The main devil in these details is belly fat. That's been something I'm at the point where it's like... I'm about to fight Kitava, by the way. I'm at the point where, like, belly fat is starting to get really annoying. I'm losing a lot of weight and I'm building a lot of muscle. But, like, belly fat, I want to have, like, a completely fat, flat tummy. That's the goal. Like, I want there to be nothing there. As of right now, there's a little bit of junk. A little bit. And I don't necessarily mind it. It's not the biggest deal. Especially compared to, like, a couple months ago. But, it's one of those things where, again, I'm going to feel perfect about my body when belly fat is at an all-time low. And that's the goal. And so diet and exercise has been really good. My legs are really strong. I do a lot of cardio. I do a lot of elliptical training because we have an elliptical machine in the house. And so my legs are really powerful. My thighs and my ass are top tier. But my upper body, like waist above, is, definitely needs some work. I need to find better exercise routines for that kind of stuff. I really do want to build more upper body strength, like arm strength. I want to be able to, like, knock someone out with one single punch. That's, like, another tertiary goal I have, is to be able to punch someone one time and them to not be conscious remotely afterward, shortly afterward. That's the goal. That's one of the other goals. That's a tertiary goal. The first goal is I want to be a hot-ass bitch. The second goal is I want to be able to kill someone with my bare hands. But yeah, so far as, I've been doing this diet seriously since the beginning of May. About around May 1st, maybe like April 30th or whatever, I started taking this seriously. As you know what? Coronavirus is going to be a thing. There's a good chance I'm not going to have sex with anyone for at least 6 more months. I might as well look good by the next time I fuck. That's the goal. Like I'm not going to be like a lot of other people I follow and I talk to, and, no offense to anybody. They've just been depressed and eating all day and gaining a lot of weight and, like, losing their shape. And for me, that's been my modus operandi, my standard default shape for my entire life. So it's like, I might as well spend this time where there's, like, no expectation of getting a job. There's no expectation of the world returning to normal. There's no expectation of anyone and anything actually happening that's worthwhile. So I might as well use this time to myself, to make myself the best version of myself. And if I do die from coronavirus, which is possible, it's totally possible that I die from coronavirus. I don't want to die a fat slob. I don't want to die a disgusting fuck. I want to die as the best version of myself. And I don't want to body shame. I know I've got eating problems. I've got an eating disorder. It sucks. And I want to be able to provide a way out of it. But I'm just blogging right now. Just let me have this one. If I say something problematic, if I say something that's like, whatever, like, I'm sorry. I don't mean it. I've been there. You can look through my fucking internet history if you want to see how gross I've been in the past. But I'm trying to overcome that. It's hard. It's really tough. But it's been rewarding. Like, every time I lose, like, another 10 pounds, it's like, damn, I feel proud. It's like, a month ago, I was, 15 pounds heavier, and now I'm 15 pounds lighter, and it just feels good. Nothing tastes as good as being healthy feels. Has been a little motto of mine. I picked that up somewhere. I don't remember where, but I heard someone say that, and I was like, you know what? Damn fucking right. So that, that's been something I've been doing a lot of my time with. Again, I really do want to be extremely healthy. I want to look extremely good, and I want to do so without any cheat codes. I don't want, I'm not rich, so I'm not going to get any surgeries anytime soon. I need to find a balance, that makes me look good and feel good, and be as healthy as possible. And no cheat codes. And, if you need cheat codes, I'm not, again, I'm not trying to. This is just me. This is what I'm doing. I'm 24. I'm not 36. You know what I mean? Like, ow, fuck me. Ow, fuck. I just banged my fucking finger against something. Ow, fuck. I'm drunk. Please let me have this one. But yeah, I'm only 24. I've got time. I'm not 30. I'm not 40. My body hasn't been permanently destroyed. I've got stretch marks, but it's like I can heal those stretch marks with enough time and effort and energy, and with specific therapies and with specific, I can heal those. That's not an issue for me. I can fix that, and even then, even if I can't fix it, it's a badge of honor in a lot of ways. I think it looks cool. And it's just one of those things. By the way, we're in Act 6 now. It's just one of those things where it's like, again, I do want to be the best possible iteration of myself. I don't want to be in a position ever in my life where I can look and go like, damn, those were the days. I don't want, like, well, damn, I wish I would be, like, I don't want to do that. It's fine to look back at things and say, like, okay, that was cool. But I always want to be the best version of myself. Like, tomorrow, I want to be a better version of me than I was today. Like, when I record this video and then, like, I'll upload it a few days later, I'm going to be a better version of myself, and that's the goal. And that's what I kind of want to... I want to spend a lot of time helping people if, you're in a similar position to me. I was born and raised on fast food. I've never eaten healthy a day in my life up until this year. And it's like, I'm tired of it. I want to feel good about myself. I want to find a way to eat things that are both yummy and also healthy, and I've developed a lot of ways to do that. And it's like, And I feel good about it, you know, and I've lost 30 pounds in the last 2.5 months. And it's like, wow, you know, like that's incredible. That is incredible. And I haven't been losing weight as frequently as I'd like and as quickly as I'd like, but that's okay. You know, like it's alright. That's not a huge deal. You know, one of the other things is, again, it's not all about the number of what your weight is. It's more about how your body looks. And even though, like, you know, if I stayed the same weight for a week or so, I have lost belly fat, and that belly fat has turned into thigh muscle. I'll take it, right? Like, that's a good exchange for me. You know, like, that's the kind of thing. It's like, it's not really just about the number. It's, you know, my number goal is I want to hit, like, around 150, 160 pounds. My height is around 5'9", 5'10". I don't remember. Last time I got measured was like a while ago. And I was told I was 5'9", but I didn't have my shoes on, so I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of dispute. I also know I've definitely gotten a little shorter ever since I started hormones. The reason for that being is because if you start hormones before a certain age, I started age 21, just like right on the cuff. Oh shit, delirium. If you start hormones at a certain age, you can shrink a little bit. And so I started at 21, and as a result, my back has curved slightly compared to what it used to. And as a result, I have lost about an inch compared to what I used to stand. And I think that's interesting. I think that's super interesting. I used to be about 5'10 or 5'11, you know, with or without shoes on. And, whoa. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Hold up. My cursor just went right off the fucking screen. I was like, oh, now. But yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's cool. But yeah, I went and hit like 150, 160. Right now I'm 175. That was my first goal upon starting my diet. It was like, I was 210, and I was like, you know what? 175, and I'll be happy. And I was like, you know what? Now that I've developed these habits, 175, and I'm not happy. Well, I mean, I'm happy, but like, I'm not as happy as I want to be. You know, that's the thing is like, and this goes into my politics as well, is you should never stop fighting for a better world. And you should never stop fighting for a better body. I was born into capitalism. I was born into mental illnesses, like eating disorders. I was born into a dysfunctional and abusive family. And, like, I'm not going to let that define me. I've moved on. You know, I'm not going to be 30 years old and think to myself, well, it's okay if I'm disgusted by my body because I grew up to be abused. You know, I'm not going to do that. And no one should. You know, and no one should. You should never settle for anything. You should always strive to be the best version of yourself. And you should take that and always strive for the best version of society possible. That's my politics. I am as far left as possible. Like, I am further left than anyone else in the sense that I think until we've got a world where everyone is perfect and happy with themselves, that there is no reason to stop fighting for that world. And again, I take that into the way I view my body. I think the game's fucking frozen. I hate when that happens. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's hard. It's really hard. One sec. It's one of those things where it's really hard to break certain habits. It's really hard to get out of a certain headspace. It's really hard to fix problems with your body. It's really, really, really hard. And I know how hard it is. Untouchable. That's pretty good, actually. Holy shit. Like, I know how hard it is. Like, and I know I've not had it the hardest. Like, I know that there's people out there that have it harder than me. And if there's anything I can do to help, you know, if there's anything I can do to say, like, you know what? You don't deserve it. You know what? You deserve to be in a better position. You know what? you should never stop fighting until you're satisfied. And if you're never satisfied, you know what? Okay. At least you didn't stop fighting. You know what I mean? Like, if I die, if I go to my deathbed without reaching my perfect body, if I go to my deathbed without living in a communist utopia, okay. Alright. Whatever. That's not a huge issue. At least I tried my best. And I want to make sure that I live in a world and live with myself in a way that doesn't have as many, like, I regret a lot of things about my life already, and I'm tired of it. I want to say, like, you know what? Age 24, I have no regrets. Age 24 onward. That's my goal. And chances are I will. You know, we all fuck up. But, you know, that's the current goal. I decided in May that, you know, my birthday is on May 31st. You know, I was like, you know what? I want to go into my birthday feeling good. I want to go into my birthday with a good routine, a good eating routine. I want to go into my birthday feeling good, satisfied. I want to go into it. I want to come out of age 23, go into age 24 being a better person. And that goal was accomplished. I won. I did it, buddy. I did it. I won. Now, again, it's a work in progress always. But by the time I'm 25, I hope that by this time next year, I am that hypermodel that I've got in my head. I am that extremely hot-ass bitch. You know? I am that person that's, like, well fucking trained. I am that person that's able to defend myself if I'm ever in a fucking dangerous situation. I am that person that can, you know, run 15 miles without, you know, really facing that much of an issue. That's what I want to be. I want to be someone that maximizes the human experience. And this goes into a lot of drugs. I've been experimenting with a lot of different substances over the last little bit. The most recent substance I've been dealing with is mugwort. I got a little mugwort cone here that I'm going to smoke later. And mugwort's been a fucking godsend. I've been loving mugwort. Granted, you know, as of this recording, last night was the first experience with mugwort that I had while dreaming. But I smoked mugwort a lot during the day, and it, you know, it's cool. It makes me feel calm. It's not psychoactive, so it's not like marijuana. It's not psychoactive at all. But it relaxes you. It makes your muscles kind of feel a little bit less tense, you know? Just de-stresses you. It's kind of like CBD, if you've ever had that. Kind of. Not, like, you know, it's not CBD, but it is kind of like it. And it's really good for dreaming. One of the other things that I've been doing is experimenting with lucid dreaming. I realized that, like, I sleep a lot. I sleep, like, you know, I've slept 10 years of my life away, probably. You know, on an average, we sleep about a third of our lives. I've been depressed most of my life. I've slept 15 hours a day most of my life. So it's like, I probably slept 10 years away. I'm 24 years old. I've probably slept 10 of those years. Like, so it's like, what? You know, like, wow, holy shit, right? Like, that is a lot of time I've just wasted doing nothing. And so what I want to do is I want to build the skill of lucid dreaming. I want to be able to, you know, I want to be able to learn how to live a life where I can dream. And I'm like, wow, I'm inside of my dreams. And then, like, in such a way that, like, you know, I don't feel like sleeping is a waste of my life. In such a way that it's like, okay, I'm sleeping, I can't wait. And then it's like, okay, I can't wait to wake up. You know, it's like, I want to live in that kind of world where it's like, every time I'm about to go to bed, I'm excited to go to bed. Every time I wake up, I'm excited to wake up. And that's the goal. That's the world I'm trying to build for myself. And I don't mind, you know, substance-wise, like mugwort has been really interesting for that. Marijuana has been really interesting for that as well. There's a lot of substances that really help with that stuff. And I have no issues with substance usage. You know, substance abuse is a whole nother thing, but using a specific herb, you know, whatever herb it is, why the fuck not? And I'm researching other herbs, and eventually I'll find some more, and I'll add more to my collection. I want to, like, you know, I treat it in the same way that I treat food. Food is a drug. If you eat sugar, that's addictive. You know, like, sugar is more deadly than marijuana. Sugar is more deadly than alcohol. And a lot of people. Sugar is deadly. Sugar is, it's not unhealthy. It is deadly. Obesity is deadly. Sugar addiction is deadly. Food addiction is deadly. All this stuff will kill people like in their 20s and their 30s for no other reason other than their diets. And I don't want to be that person. I don't. I just don't. And so like that's my thing. It's like anything you put into your body, you should know what it is. Whether it be an herb, whether it be eating fast food. Whatever you are putting into your body, you should know what it is to the best of your ability. That is what I'm saying. Ow. That is what I'm saying to you. So like, I want to be like in 5 years from now, the goal is I want to grow all of my own food. I want to grow mushrooms. I want to grow peppers, tomatoes, onions. I want to grow garlic. I want to grow potatoes. I want to grow all kinds of stuff. I want to grow everything that I eat. I want to, within 5 years from now, live in a world where I will not spend a single dollar on food. In the sense of like, I want to live in a world where I never go to a grocery store. Going to a grocery store is like something I used to do. That is the universe I wish to live in 5 years from now. That's a goal of mine. Now, I'm not immediately, working on hardcore being a botanist, but that's a goal that I will have at some point when that's more accessible to me. Because that's the thing. That really is like the root thing. And this also winds up into my political beliefs. Of like, you can't say that, people should break free from the reins of capitalism if you yourself are still dependent upon capitalism. And this goes into the autonomous zone theory, where it's like, if I grow all of my own food and I can completely subsist off of dirt, like just fucking throwing a specific thing in dirt, watching it grow, caring for it, and then eating it, and then subsisting off of it, and then living off of it, that's the goal. That's, I can't think of a better universe. Beans are also pretty fucking cool. Like fruit. Not huge on fruit compared to vegetables. Vegetables are high-key significantly better than fruit. But fruit's pretty good too. But it's like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to be able to live off of nothing but myself. And one of the best ways to do that is to break yourself away from the shackles of capitalism and dietary needs. When you go to the grocery store, how much money are you spending? Why are you spending that money? What do you hope to gain by spending that money? Are you spending that money just so you can have like 2 hours of, a good afternoon? Are you spending that money so that you can eat like a fucking tub of ice cream and then feel guilty afterward, but you have like that good 12-minute period of bliss before you fucking eat the entire gallon? That's what I used to do. I used to eat a whole gallon of ice cream in like fucking 15 to 20 minutes. And then, it'd be great while I was eating it. I'd watch like Netflix or cartoons or fucking Dragon Ball Z or some shit. Eat ice cream. It's like, damn right, this is peak existence. And then it's like immediately afterward, it's like, damn, I'm disgusting. And it's like, I don't want to live in that world. I don't. If I spend money on something, I want that to be benefiting me. I don't want it to be hurting me. And that's not to say that I'll never eat ice cream again for the rest of my life. I'm a vegetarian. I'm not a vegan. I may be a vegan in the future. That's possible. As of right now, I'm a vegetarian. I don't necessarily mind animal products. I mostly mind the lives of animals. I don't think animals should die for human consumption. I think that's disgusting, especially when you factor in that meat is just not healthy. Really, it's just not healthy. I don't think a living creature should die for that. But, if a creature produces something that can be beneficial for the human body, even in the sense of like satisfying an urge or an addiction, why not? Like, as long as the animal is treated humanely, as long as the animal is treated kindly, I don't mind it. So I don't mind eggs. Again, and this all goes to the, like, obviously, eggs can be farmed in an inhumane and terrible way. I would prefer to only buy organic products, but as of this current moment, that is not financially feasible to me. But I would like to have a farm. My goal is I want to live on a farm. I want to be like, you know what? I live on a fucking farm. I treat my chickens the way I treat my chickens. I farm the eggs the way I farm the eggs. I create the cheese the way I create the cheese, that would be awesome. That's the goal. That's the life that I want to live. Is I want to be completely and entirely self-sufficient. And I think that's a goal that everyone should strive toward. And not in a way that it's like, oh, you need to do this now. But it's just like something to work toward. You know, it's like, okay, maybe I can't do this right this minute. Maybe I can't do this in the next 20 fucking days. But over the next 5 years, you know, if I work on, you know, maybe I'll buy my fruits and vegetables from a grocery store for now. I'll get on that diet train. I'll figure out how to eat well. Okay, there you go. And then you start figuring out, okay, how do I plant? How do I tend plants? Okay, now I can grow a tomato. Now I can grow an onion. All right, there you go. You know, eat that onion, eat that tomato, also buy some other stuff from the grocery store. But eventually, over the course of the next 5 years, by the time I'm 30, I want to be entirely self-sufficient. 6 years, I guess, but that's just, you know, I can't, I don't know. Like, if I'm going to be serious about being an anti-capitalist, I have to be serious about that in the sense that I have to be completely self-sufficient by a specific point. And it's okay to say that, no, I'm not self-sufficient right now, and that's fine. But by that point, I need to be. Because, I mean, I can't just spend the rest of my life fucking... Like, being trans is hard enough. Like, as of this moment, like, I am subservient to the pharmaceutical industry and the healthcare industry. Like, Donald Trump recently passed some rule that says that, you know, hormone-related things aren't to be covered by insurance for a lot of people. And so, I haven't gotten a hormone refill yet. Next time I get a hormone refill, it might be $600. Who knows? I don't know. And that's one of the things that, like, that's a constant in my life. I'm going to need to be, you know, in that specific scenario, I'm going to need to be subservient to the pharmaceutical industry for my entire life, or at least until I find a way to do so naturally, or in other forms of way. Like, you know, if I can just buy the, you know, do it myself, do the blood work myself, and monitor myself, and just find a way to get the pills or manufacture them in some way. But that's a huge problem for me. But outside of that, I want to be completely self-sufficient. And I hope to create a society where, you know, trans people don't need to worry about that kind of stuff. They don't need to worry about a doctor just randomly saying no. And then, you know, like, they just don't need to worry about that. That's the goal. That's the life I want to live. That's the world I want to live in. I want people that are 10 years younger than me to not go through the shit that I went through. The idea that me, as a person, having to go through such trauma and abuse by society, and then also 10 years later, someone else has to go through that same thing that I went through? It's like, what? Like, what's the point? What's the point of me going through trauma and abuse if someone younger than me has to do so? What the fuck? Like, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Whenever something bad happens, it should be immediately rectified. That's my goal. That's what I think. And anyway, this video is over. Thank you for watching. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you again next time.